Morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
evening. Good morning. Good evening. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Well,
Good
good evening right now.
good. It's a good thing wherever you are. So glad to have you with us today. Part of our African Trade Network here. And we are going to start out with King Marshall, who is our CEO of the African Trade Network. Please share with us, King Marshall.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming and being a part of our network. We're excited about what we have coming up this morning and what we have coming up in the future of African Trade Network. We have a variety of things happening, a lot of excitement happening with the African Trade Network. We have events coming up. We have seminars, workshops. We have an institute, entrepreneurial institute that's happening. We were going to do it earlier, but now we're going to start it November 1st week of November. On the first Tuesday of November, we will start our Entrepreneurial Institute. And we've talked about some new formats that we are working on doing for the African Trade Network. We have a variety of things, as I talked about, coming up. And we're excited this morning to have you on and enjoy our meeting this day. And I will talk to you a little more later on about some of the things that we're doing. Blessings upon you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, King Marshall. Welcome to all the first timers that's here for your first time. We welcome you. We're glad that you're here to join us. If you have some questions, please ask them, but we just ask that you will ask them towards the end. Great. Next, we have our Queen Elisha Rochell. I have to tell y'all, I love this sister. When I say I love somebody, I love this sister. She is such a humble soul. She's such a beautiful spirit. She's just newly became a grandmother, and you know, she's amazing caretaker to her grandmother. And she does amazing work in the community, and we're going to have the opportunity to hear from her. And she looks so fabulous, Queen, today. Look at you, you got your shine on, just looking fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And I want to say to all who know you, they are blessed. They are blessed. To know Elisha is to have a true blessing in your life, truly. So, Queen, please tell us about your business. Also, tell me how you would like for your time to be set. You have 10 minutes. Would you like a 5-minute warning, a 2-minute?
2-minute warning is fine.
2-minute warning. Okay. Please tell us about your business, how it came about, you know, what you're doing with it.
Okay. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction, Queen Liba. And congratulations on your book. And we are going to help you get it out there. That is a very controversial topic. And it is something that we need to be able to share and have conversation about, especially with our children. Yes, so I am a photographer. Pretty much that is my main job outside of the home. And how I became a photographer is I just love taking pictures. I would be found taking photos at different events, family events mostly, or events that I would go to or been invited to. I'll just bring my camera. You know, I wanted to capture those moments, and that's the name of my business, Captured Moments by Elisha Rochell. And so I started out wanting to take things to the next level when people would ask me, how do I get those photos? Or please share those photos with me, especially when digital cameras came out. That's when people really were into the sharing of the photos. I would always get double prints when I would print out the photos prior to digital so that I could share. But my daughter was in the 7th grade, and the parent liaison at the school was not just dealing with the parents and interacting with the parents, he also had his own business as a photographer. And so he would share that talent and skill with us in the parent group. And we were able to make videos. We were able to take on some of the duties of as far as media and photography at the school. So he showed us what we needed. We even took the school pictures of all the students. I think it was like 700, 800 students. And he had us work together with him to get those photos of each student done and the prints and everything. So it was a big production, and it was something that I've never done on that level before. And so I just was like, this is something I want to do. And guess what? Photoshop is a computer program that he was using to alter photos. So, okay, the photo comes out the way it is, but you might want to change the lighting. You might want to change the background. Guess what? I said, can you show me, how to do what you just did with these different pictures? And so what I asked him was, put me in Africa. That's exactly what I should have had the photo right here. I do have the photo in my living room of my daughter, myself, and my grandmother, who is now 93. I believe she was about 85 at the time. So we took this picture and he put the background of us in Africa in the middle of the jungle. I would say the jungle, or the greenery of the land. So when he did that, that is when it's like, okay, I have to learn how to do this. And so he's my mentor to this day. And I do take photos, portraits. I'm into newborn photos and also weddings. I do event photography. That is like what I normally get booked for, event photography, but I love to do portraits and focus on families. I want to make sure that I document the family. Who is around at the time of this photo? How can you look back and see that, this is the dad, this is the uncle, the different grandmother, the different dynamics of family. Because if you notice, when you walk into people's homes these days, you really don't see a bunch of photos around like they may have had back in the day. Some years ago, you had the legacy of the family, you had the documenting of who is in the family on the walls. And so I just wanted to really keep that in mind when I'm marketing my business. And usually when I'm talking to people about my business, it's just word of mouth. I don't do a bunch of marketing on social media or flyers passing out or anything like that. I usually word of mouth. People refer me. They want to work with me because I really enjoy getting people in front of the camera and getting them comfortable in front of the camera. So that's what I like to do. I also do videography. I do art design, creating different documents. I do consulting. I've been doing it with mostly small businesses. I've been working with Franklin Marshall for about 4 years now, doing some of that type of work with him. I am the president of the African Trade Network for the United States. And I really focus on, building relationships with people, holding myself as a good friend, showing that I'm trustworthy, I'm a willing worker, and just using wisdom to make different decisions, and honoring people, while I'm doing that. So that's why Leva spoke so well of me, because that's who I am. And so I'm grateful for that, sister. And I'm glad that people can see that type of thing in me, because that's how I was raised. And that's what I always want to show. I always want to be the same type of person every day, every time. So ask me another question.
Yes. So where do you see your business going? 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? What do you envision?
That is a good question. I definitely want to have a studio where I can hold different types of skill sets, audio, visual, cinematography, photography, and hire people to work in the studio and teaching them the trade. That's what I want to do. And I also want to travel. I want to create documentaries of what's happening, what's not being told. We can tell our own story instead of having the news portray what their spin on things are. We have a bunch of stories within our communities that can be shared, whether it's here in the United States, across the world. There's stories that need to be told, and I do want to document those stories and bring them to light.
Beautiful.
So in the next 6 months, I'm sorry, next 6
Mhm.
months, I always want to just continue to develop my craft. Just get better at what I do. And so with that, I have to seek different things to help me learn how to be better at what I do. So just to be better, a better photographer, to continue to connect with people, and whatever they want, whatever my client wants, whatever the need is, I really try to meet that. So I can open my creativity as wide as it can go, because all things are possible. And so if there's an ask there, most likely it can be done.
That is absolutely beautiful. So in I'm interested in knowing the obstacles. Sometimes, we have these obstacles, they say, know what you do well and know what the obstacles are. Because if we can kind of hone in on those obstacles, then we can, move ourselves forward. And just to let you know, we've got 2 minutes left.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so just being prepared. Okay, so again, like I said, whatever the client asks. So if they ask me to do something, I have to prepare ahead of time to make sure. So what I do with my clients is I have a consulting time where we talk about what their vision is. I want to hear from them what they want, and I can let them know what I can do. If I cannot do what they want, I tell them upfront. And then we work through it, a modified version, possibly. If they still want to work with me, they know that they're going to get the best, because I'm going to do my best to give them what they want, as much as I can do that. But that's going to be established in the consulting. So it's no, I'm not giving them I'm not committing to something that I know I can't do.
Thank you so much. Queen, we have a minute left. And I am going to ask, if you don't mind, for you to go get that picture
Oh, wow.
and share it with us.
Okay.
We'd love to see it.
I apologize. I was going to get the picture, but I forgot I had the wall painted, so I took it down. I apologize. I apologize, but I will find that photo and I will show you. But it's a beautiful photo of my daughter. She has this big hair, and my grandmother. But yeah, I'll show it another time.
Okay, absolutely.
I forgot that fast.
Absolutely. I'll just say, how is it being president of the African Trade Network? Got about 30 seconds.
It's a big opportunity, and I'm super excited about learning more about how to do this trade. And again, like I said, one of my traits is integrity. And so across the board, that's what I want us to do, build these relationships of trust and understanding one another. And that is my focus, and getting down to the nuts and bolts of how we can actually make this thing happen, filling in gaps, just to make it more seamless and more transparent for anyone coming on, so they can know exactly how to get in where they fit in, and get this train going.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen. You have just heard from Elisha Rochell, president of the African Trade Network. We want you to know that we truly appreciate you and all the work that you do. Please continue to let us know how we can support you. We know that being a leader and carrying all the things that you're carrying, even more support is needed. And so we wish you well with your business of captured moments. And we just know that it's going to explode and be extremely successful. So again, thank you so much. Love you, Queen. Appreciate you, and continue.
Thank you. I love you
Okay,
too.
so that is going to conclude our meeting for today. Thank you guys for all being here. It has truly been a blessing. We're so glad that you are part of our African Trade Network. The questions that you bring, the spirit, the energy that you bring, the information that you bring does not go on deaf ears. We are truly, truly appreciative of you all. And we just want you to come and be a part of our family. If you're not a member, join up so you can get the full benefits of being a part of our family. And if you are a member, we're so glad, that you're here and in membership with us. And if you can't become a member right now, no worries. Just my thing is, if you can't do something, you keep it in your thoughts and it will manifest. So anyway, thank you all, and enjoy your life.
Yeah,
Thank you.
remember,
Thank you.
Sunday for the God.
Thank you, Leva.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
a
you.
great job.
Address again.
6013 Mountain Avenue. It's posted on the chat.
60. Oh, it's on the chat. Great.
That's on the chat, yeah. Thank you, then.
God bless you all. Thank you.
Enjoy your life.
Nice to see you all.
Bless you.